everybody, and welcome back. It's GhostWolf and Loki, and so this is our next episode in the What's New in 2.3 series. So just to remind you all, in case this is the first video you're seeing of the series, I'm a Pixelmon coding developer, and so I've actually helped write a lot of the code that's in this update, and so this series will give you the best insider insight, that's a hard one to say, on all the new stuff in the mod. And so this episode is going to focus on all of the new Pokemon. So the new ones that have been added and the models that have been updated. And I just saw them here before we started recording, and I think they've run off. So a lot of the spawning issues have been fixed. So you will now see Poliwrath spawning, and I just had Cubones and Diglets spawning in the desert again correctly. So those are back. But what we're going to do is do, like we've been doing, our Shiny Special series, where we show off all of the different new Pokemon and their shiny textures to help you find them in the field. And then we're also going to add in some other updated textures and show off their shinies, and show off the new boss system. So, our first new Pokemon from Generation 1, so this is going to be completely new to the mod. So I believe Kangaskhan?
Yep.
So here is regular Kangaskhan. And let's get a picture so we can see the baby. There's the cute little baby. These things are absolutely adorable. That baby is so cute. So that's what a normal Kangaskhan looks like, and let's see if there's a shiny. So the shiny Kangaskhan immediately attacks the non-shiny one. But you can see that the color of the skin is more of a dark brown, and they also seem to have a green head instead of a darker one. Looks like the baby has the head change as well. I think the belly is also a lighter color. Thank you for turning that today, so it's a little easier to see. So that is the new Kangaskhan and the new Kangaskhan Shiny. What's the next one on our list, Loki?
Rhydon.
Rhydon! This is Mr. M, the creator of the Pixelmon mod's favorite Pokemon. If I could spell Rhydon correctly. So here is Rhydon. Okay. I'm going to just freeze them all from now on so they don't run away. So it's beautiful new model. And so this update does finish off all of the Generation 1 Pokemon. So that is awesome. So there's Rhydon and it's Pokespawn Rhydon Shiny. So the shiny Rhydon is a more grayish golden color. Is there any difference in the mouth or the horn or the eyes? Doesn't look like the horn. I think the horn doesn't look as different from the body because of the color change. Slash Freeze doesn't agree with them very well, as they immediately run off. There we go. That's a good way to do it. And what's our next one on the list?
Dewgong.
Dewgong. So Seal finally has an evolution. And Dewgong Shiny.
Good luck.
Yeah, doesn't look like this one has a completely different shiny texture yet. They both look pretty much white. But Dugongs are now in, so when you have your Seals, you can evolve them up, and hopefully the shiny texture will be added to the resource pack at a later date. What do we got next?
Parasect.
Parasect. This is a great one. So, there's our regular Parasect. And these will populate your swamp biomes. The Kangaskhan's will be found in the grassland. Rhydon is extreme hills, and Seals are just in rivers and water patches all around. And your Parasect Shiny. So you go from having it more red shell and orange to being a more tan, I guess. It looks tan to me. And then orange, and then a more yellow body. So there's your shiny Parasect. And our next one, Loki?
Lickitung.
Lickitung. So Lickitungs are found... Now it's either grassland or jungle.
I thought it was jungle.
I'm pretty sure it's jungle. When I spawned a world, I actually spawned right next to one, and it was right at the edge of a grassland or a jungle, so It's one of those two biomes. I'm sure we'll figure that out. I'll probably put an annotation over top to let you know which one it is. Remind me in the comments if I forget. I tend to do that.
Ooh, found a Diglett.
Oh,
They're spawning.
Yep, they're spawning like normal. So here is the Lickitung. Its massive tongue. So you'll notice these new models look a little bit different than the normally generated ones. These are actually done in either, I think it's Maya, yeah. And so and these are OBJ models instead of the old Techni models. So these are going to be much, much more high resolution and whatnot. And as we get more experience using these, the texture resolutions are going to be even better. And so these are going to look absolutely amazing. All right, so there's your regular Lickitung. And your shiny, wow. Well, you're not going to miss this one. It is a brilliant golden yellow color. The tongue stays the same. Oh no, the tongue actually goes more pink, yeah, instead of purple. It's hard to tell because the rest of the color change was so extreme. So you'll have no trouble finding these shinies in the field. What do we got next? Poliwrath. These I don't think these are going to spawn because they're one of the high-level evolutions. If they do, they will be along rivers like their other forms. So Poliwrath and Poliwrath Shiny. Oh, that's going to be hard. So this is another one of the amazing textures. This was the very last new texture to be added. This was the whole delay for the new update. So we were waiting on Poliwrath to finish, and it looks absolutely amazing. But doesn't look like it has a shiny texture yet. Looks so weird seeing round textures or round objects in Minecraft now. Okay, and what do we have left? Mewtwo. So Mewtwo, yes, Mewtwo will not naturally spawn. We've actually got a brilliant way for this legendary to spawn planned. And so that will actually be introduced in, I think, a little bit later update, but Mewtwo is now in the game, so if you're hosting a server, have a gym team, or want to spawn it yourself, you can. So let's Pokespawn Mewtwo. Not Meowth. Mewtwo. Give a second for the texture load. So, wow, Mewtwo is just running around all over the place.
See if you can tag him as frozen.
Yeah, just freeze him.
Ah! That works too.
Or, wow. Yeah, he's just spazzing completely out with the /freeze command.
Yeah, unfreeze him. He's fighting me and killing all my Pokemon.
Yeah, so he spawns at level 80, so he is a little bit powerful. And his shiny form, really obvious to find. He's got a brilliant green tail, and these two are probably going to duke it out. Oh, you caught all of those shinies, too, so that's going to be a little while where you're stuck in battle.
No, because they're low levels. He's one-hit killing all my guys.
So Mewtwo is just as strong in Pixelmon as it is in the real games. And so, yeah, there's your shiny Mewtwo, capturing with a Master Ball, just like everyone always did.
The only way to catch him.
Yep, so that is all of the brand new ones that are added to this mod, so Generation 1 is completely finished. But if you watch the item special episode that came out before this one, there's also some other additions to the mod where we've changed some of the models. So if you want to, so what's the first one? Rattata. So we'll show these ones off and their shinies. Rattata. So here is the new Rattata model. It looks amazingly better. It's a pretty big one too. And here is shiny Rattata. It's a golden color. You're not going to miss these guys. It's more, well, gold-green, I guess. These guys are going to be really easy to spot out in the field, and they're in grasslands. And I think forest. And just as hard to catch because they keep moving around. Then I believe Charmander's the next one?
Porygon.
Porygon. Yeah, let's do Porygon. We do them in the order we have them. So, Porygon. And you can hear the new super synth voice. Love it. And shiny Porygon. This one actually now has a texture, so now it is blue and... I think the other blue didn't change, but the body changed from pink to blue. Oh god, they sound amazing. And these are going to have a whole new way of actually spawning them as well, so they don't spawn naturally. And so that will be updated at a later date. So all of the legendaries are going to have their own unique ways of catching them. And so it's going to be absolutely amazing when we get those added in at a later date. Also, because of the Porygon voice, it reminded me also of the Voltorbs. So these ones haven't changed. I'm just going to spawn a shiny Voltorb. But the voices now sound amazing. Come on, say it again. I want to hear it again. Yeah, it sounds amazing. I love the synth voices on all of those.
Okay.
Sandshrews got a new voice. Like, all of them have pretty much new voices, so I won't go through all of them. You can just kind of see that as you explore the world. It sounds so much more alive now. Oh, there's a Cubone, so those naturally spawn too now. Just spotted him out of the corner of my eye. Oh, yep, and so now look, Fearow has flapping animation. And let's do Fearow Shiny. So Shiny Fearow, it looks like a giant flapping chicken. That's amazing. And so what you also notice is, for any of those of you who run servers, there's actually reporting now that lets people know when people are using the /Pokespawn command. So like here, I can tell that Kronos Loki just spawned at this location a Fearow. So that'll be really useful for server managers, so the people who are spawning like 50 Mews or Shinies, you can tell that they just spawned them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long fight.
They're fighting each other. Oh, whoop, Shiny one lost, I think.
Yep.
After going out into space. What's our next update?
So we updated the flapping and wing animations for a bunch of different guys.
It's the serpent frame?
Well, flapping and wing and worm, snake, and serpent animation.
Okay, so those include Onyx. So Onyx now has an animation. So here's Onyx, and this is what he looks like as he spins like he used to do. Come on, get off the... Stop having issues with your clipping. There he goes. So you can see he now slithers around like a snake. There he goes. There he goes. So now he's animated. He doesn't look like he's just a long rock snake floating out in the middle of nowhere.
A giant turd.
And if we do... actually, is the Pidgey? I think the Pidgey was one of the other updated ones. Oh, you just captured him.
Yeah, his flapping looks a little better now.
Alright, so throw him out. Or... Suji cap. No, just, yeah, spawn a new one. Yep, so the Pidgey flapping has been changed. I believe all of, like, the legendary birds. Let me just spawn an Articuno to show. So here's Articuno, and so, yeah, the flapping looks a lot more natural now. And actually, why don't we just skip into the legendary birds real quick, because I think they had their shinies updated. No, they haven't. So those will probably be updated at a later date. I think that's just a small texture patch that needs to be done. I may be missing that last file. If I need to, I'll make another update video with those shinies. What's the next texture change?
So we covered Onyx, Seadra.
Seadra. So Seadra and Seadra Shiny. So the Seadra now has a much more natural looking swimming. So you can see it fanning around and flapping its wing/fins. Yeah, that's what they are, fins. So you can see the difference here. Now the fins are red with a red belly, and a deeper blue is the shiny version on here. Still really, really hard to tell these apart in the water. But you might actually catch them when you're fishing with the new fishing rods, which mentioned in the last episode.
Okay, next up is Squirtle.
Alright. So yeah, so the starters kind of underwent some makeovers. So the new Squirtle. I think it's a new Squirtle. Maybe we change. I think we changed the model, the way the limbs and stuff connect with Squirtle.
I believe so.
And Squirtle's shiny just for reference. So he's got a green shell. Definitely looks more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Charmander, I know, has a big difference. Charmander. And Charmander Shiny. So these guys are amazingly remodeled. There's this quite a big change. So these are the new Maya models.
His textures do funny things for the shiny, though.
They take a second to load.
Charmander!
So these guys look awesome. Seem to be spawning a little bit big right now. That's just a size thing. That'll get fixed in a bit. Bulbasaur?
I don't have Bulbasaur on my list. I have Venusaur.
Yeah, you can see on his bulb. Nope, maybe that's the old bulb. Oh, but Ivysaur was missing a shiny texture before. And I believe Ivysaur now has a shiny texture. Yep. So now there's a very clear difference between these two as soon as it loads in, being a little bit slow. So now you can see it's
Venusaur.
bright green with a yellow flower bud. And the new Venusaur. Not Venomoth, Venusaur. Whoop. There he is. Come on, load the details. But he looks a lot less derpy. His flower looks just like it does in game, and it's a beautiful, beautiful new model. He also has a lot more head animation. You're going to be seeing that on a lot of the new models as we update them to the new pack. And there's the shiny version. Very, very clear difference on these guys. So, I mean, this kind of shows you that what's going to be coming in the Pixelmon mod is all of the models are going to start looking amazing quality since we've added the OBJ models.
Poliwrath and Oddish and Ghastly left.
Okay, well, we already did Poliwrath. So...
No, he was in the items video.
No, he was in this one. We just did this video.
Okay.
So here he is.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I can spawn an Oddish that's not microscopic. I think I've got a texture issue, so I'll edit that one back into either this video or an update video. I think I'm missing the texture file.
Wow. He's tiny.
Yeah, I'm also missing it. So what's the other one?
Ghastly.
Ghastly is a great difference. So this is what happens when I install the new one over top of my beta version that I was testing out. I think I've got some of the resource files not transferring. So here's your regular Ghastly. He looks amazingly round now. He's got his eyes and everything. So this is a new model. This was SPG's. So SPG is going to have all of the new install guides up on his channel. How to install it on servers and how to install it on single player. So, and I think he's doing it for multi-Minecraft and all kinds of other things Technic. So definitely check out his video. I got him in my linked up on the upper right-hand corner of the screen. There should be a list of Pixelmon related videos, and his channel's up there. It's Pyroblock. And so the Ghastly Shiny. So the difference is the particles go to blue from the purplish pink.
And he's a little bit lighter purple.
Oh yeah, he does have a little bit more lighting on him, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell if I can't tell if it's just me being slow loading in the OBJ models or not. So, is that a river over there? No, it's just a pool. Darn, I was wanting to see if I could find a naturally spawning Poliwag, but yeah. So Poliwags are spawning naturally again, so you'll be seeing those guys all up and about. I think that, is there any other ones on that list? I think that pretty much covers everything.
Not on the list, no.
Alright, so that is all of the new updated Pixelmon in the new mod. I will probably come out with another video for the various shiny ones, the texture ones that had issues, once I get those patched over. But they all look new and amazing, and it's going to be a great, great update. Alright, so thanks for watching. Definitely feel free to, as Loki tunnels to the center of Minecraft, leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and that way you keep up with all of the new news updates to the mod, as well as our regular series. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.